Peace, love, and light. It's your girl, Issa Earth Angel, and I'm here to give a message on 10 ways that the enemy attacks that we do not know of, because sometimes they really slip and they think they're going to do stuff behind the scenes, and they can do stuff that is very conniving that you might not be aware of. So I just wanted to give this message because I know for me, a lot of the things that I didn't think were attacks or that I wasn't really paying attention to were attacks on my spirit or attacks on my body. So I know that these things will probably help you to identify when someone is doing something towards you, when they're sending something towards you, or when they're just trying to get you off your path. So number one is distraction. Whenever you get into any type of distraction, or you're on your path, or you simply just walking down the street and somebody doing some type of thing, is when they want to get in your face, or they want to have a conversation with you, and it's not something that you're aligned with. That's can be a spiritual attack, because they want to get you to have confusion. They want to get you to get off your path or do something that they want to do. They want to twist your will to be of their will and do something for them, be a vessel or be a usage for them. And also noise comes with that. That can be one of the biggest distractions. If you have something playing in the background real loud, or you're trying to get to sleep and you're hearing a whole lot of doors slamming, or you hear somebody popping some gum hella loud. And even we already know, whenever we come super advanced in the spiritual community, all our senses are heightened, right? So we're able to hear more, we're able to see more, we're able to feel a lot more. So our senses not only being attacked, but also we're just getting bombarded with different things that's going to distract us. With noise is like the number one. That's like one of the best things for GameStop, and they will have somebody coming out, start beeping their car while we're sitting there talking, somebody cutting the grass, somebody making a whole lot of noise, just saying a whole lot of things just to get us off our path and get our minds to be like discombobulated, and like, oh, it's all this noise in the background, and it's all these other things. And then maybe I pay attention, where's that coming from, and that, like, they got you off your path, they got you out of your train of thought. And whenever when the babies, when they go to sleep, we put them to sleep by playing different lullabies or those different music that they have above the crib. That's the same thing that happens with the human body. We can get rocked to sleep by different frequencies, different vibrations, different noises in the background, and then we slowly start to lose different type of consciousness. Or if we had like an ingenious thought, and we was about to have something on our mind that was about to bring us into something project, or something that was going to uplift us, hearing that noise in the background can just like slowly get us away from that and having us focus on that instead. And in a way, you're spiritually putting yourself to sleep, or you're allowing yourself to be put to sleep by paying attention to that. And even when people come around, and even clapping, like, I know clapping is really good for confusing the demons. However, or the negative energies, if you like clap, it like kind of gets them confused or snap. But for like with us, it's like something that is of rhythm, because it's like a habit or something like that that can get us way off of our path. And that was 2, or that was 3. And then 4 is the game stalking, with the seeing the same cars. If you put yourself in a way of habit, then you're going to start seeing the different same cars. Or you start paying attention, you might realize that different cars might be following you, or you might have a couple helicopters or planes in the sky that might be just coming around you, and you're like super, like, you get freaked, like, man, are they following me? Like, what, they might not be coming to attack you, they might not be coming to distract you, but they most want you to fear or have some type of anxiety, because you feel like a pressure on you. You feel like they might be just too close to you, or they might try to absorb your energy or your frequency, your aura, by just coming around you and having the energy of scarcity and fear, to think that they are going to do something, or to think that they are watching you, when they're just they play jokes on you, or they just simply just in the sky doing whatever the hell they want to do. But that's number 4. And then 5 is different people and people that come around you, and they ask you certain questions. Sometimes it could be an angel testing you to see how far you are on your journey, or it could be a demon just simply playing with you and trying to play mind games and tricks on you and everything like that, and also get you off your path and have you focus on something. So while you're distracted and you're focused on helping them, or giving them the word, or help, or giving them some spiritual knowledge, they turn around and they're stealing your energy, or they're stealing something of yours. And stealing is the biggest thing that they do. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Whenever they do that, they feel some type of excitement, they feel some type of fulfillment by getting off on your things, and by also using you as an energy source, and then coming back to continue to feed on you and feed on you. And whenever that happens, just know that you have all type of power and dominion over these lower energies and these demons. Whenever you call them in their name, whenever you cast them down with saying different gods names, saying Allah, or saying Jesus. Jesus was the messenger for Allah and God, and then Yahweh also being the Most High God. Saying these, casting them out with those names, sends them back down to the pit, and also recognizing that they have no power over you and they have no dominion over you. You actually have dominion over them, because you're actually on the earth. You actually have a body. You actually have a soul and a spirit of your own. Like, you're not here to come above and possess or use your energy for any type of greed and selfishness or vanity or any type of thing that they enjoy doing, just to manipulate, just to possess, and just to have their little fun for the day. So once you recognize that, and you know that, first of all, you have power over them and you have power over yourself, and you're a child of God, then they must flee. Like, leave the devil alone and he must flee, or whatever they say about that. But that holds so much power, because if you give them their attention and you tell them, like, you know what, give me back my stuff, or you say, I'm a child of God, or you say, you have no power over me, or I cast you out, or I give you no attention, or I don't even focus on that you have no power on me, simply, period. And they will have to leave, because like, oh damn, we can't get over on her. We can't try her now. Like, we can't even try to penetrate her spirit. We can't even try to fool her into thinking certain things. And then mirrors, we already was watching those videos of Bloody Mary and everything. When we're speaking into the mirror, like, there could be a scry on the other side or inside the mirror of any type of witch, warlock, or demonic energy that could be summoning us through the mirror, or that could be trying to hold us within that mirror and hold our energy whenever we take a picture. And they can use that picture, because that's like a Snapchat of us, and they can use that and put that on their altar, or just sit there as a lie. I don't know what they be doing, because they be doing some heavy stuff. And whenever we just like put too much attention, or we stand in the mirror a little too long, or we pay attention and listen to them a little too long, that's when they got us. So it's using discernment, like I said on the other videos, and knowing when too much is too much, knowing when it's your limit, and sometimes you got to step away from certain things. And so we had the form of gain stalking, the mirror, the food. Sometimes whenever you eat certain foods and you feel tired after, or it just it gives you a stomach ache and everything like that, that's another form of spiritual attack. I know they're vegans, there's people who just don't eat meat, and there's people who are just vegetarians and everything like that. But when we have to go over certain things of if the food is affecting our body, if the food is affecting our spirit, if we're breaking out in different hives, or we're just breaking out with different pimples and stuff like that, the food, they could have put something in the food, they could have speaked over the food, put in certain things in the recipe that we might have been allergic to, and that's a form of spiritual attack right there. Whenever we're making videos, whenever we're speaking truth, and there's sirens in the background out of nowhere, they also could be doing their job. So it's like, you don't have to get too paranoid on these things, but you just know when something is attacking, when it's not. It's like, it's something to just just cause distraction and confusion. And the food also, and then people could try to poison you. Like, I had multiple times, I'm like, if you listen to your intuition, if you listen to that first thought, and you're like, I ain't feeling that food, I don't get a high vibration off the food, I don't feel energized by that food. Like, maybe it was bringing your energy down, maybe it was bringing your vibration down, maybe somebody put something in your food that wasn't supposed to be in there, right? So that, and then like the people coming around you to feed on your energy, they could be family, they could be friends, but whenever they leave and you feel a second thought, or you have some type of negative thought, like, do that person really like me? Do they really fuck with me? Why did they say those certain things? Because they say different words and casting different spells just to like get on your nerves, or to just like trigger something within yourself and make you have to go against yourself and start thinking long time periods on something that really had no type of value. And then once you start doing that, you start paying attention to that one thing, and it becomes long and drawn out, and then you start making that a part of your day, because when thoughts becomes things, and you're just paying attention to things that don't have nothing to serve you. So it's best to just, stay uplifted, stay in good vibes, and always watch everything, and with a watchful eye, pay attention, have awareness, because people could be doing things behind your back and you not know of. They could be just trying to get over on you. They could be trying to whisper in your ear or make you do something that they want to do, because they want to try to bend your will, like I said before. And I know those are all ways of spiritual attacks that we may not know of, that are kind of subtle, but that they slowly and surely penetrate our fortress, penetrate our armor of God, penetrate our mind, and gets us to thinking certain things. And even when we dreaming, certain dreams can be of God, certain dreams can be of the devil, and certain dreams can just be manipulation, or things that our mind just, our subconscious mind just carries away with, because our subconscious mind has the most depth and holds all of our memories, all of our negative events, all the positive events and things that has been going on, and then they bring it into your forefront when you go to sleep, because you need to resolve those things. You need to reflect those things. You have to basically judge yourself, and basically rise above that. So with me, I'm gonna say some of the spiritual attacks that I had within my dreams. So I had, like, I was in a room with certain people, and like, you can have some people you ain't never seen in your life, and you're like, who is these people? We like cool in the astral realm, we like cool and friends, but you don't see them, like, you don't know. Like, I had people coming all around me, and they were just sitting there, just listening to me, and I was just running my mouth. I was just running my mouth, telling them all these spiritual secrets and things within their Freemasonry, things was like things that I know, like on a high spiritual level. And it was like, okay, yeah, we like that. You know what we also like? We like you. And I'm like, oh, that's good. But then I had woke up, because I started to see like a demonic face behind them, or like a smile, like, now we done got her, we done stole her energy, we done took this knowledge from her, and now we're going to use it, and we're going to be able to use it in our other realms, and things like that. And then another one I had where they was saying, like, you was over here doing sex magic, you was over here doing candle magic, you were doing witchcraft and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing that stuff no more, and so I don't need you to say all that. Like, I don't need you to come for me. But like, maybe that was a part of myself that was like, you know what, you're guilty for doing all these things that you wasn't supposed to do. You took it too far. You took your spirituality too far, and you was doing things that you wasn't supposed to be doing. And so, like, that's how they get you. It could just be evil spirits, familiar spirits, demon spirits that just come around you in your dreams to steal your information, your knowledge, and to definitely persecute you. And it's the opposition when they try to put you down and try to make you feel like you did something wrong, even if you it was wrong, but you're owning up to it now, and you're like, I'm doing better now and everything like that. And it's like, no, but remember when you did that such and such to that one person? Yeah. And then show you the image of it, and you're like, I ain't trying to see all that. You know what, I'm trying to move on from my past. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to walk straight and narrow path. I'm trying to do what God told me to do, or what my higher self told me to do. You know what? And then the other one, when I really I was like, okay, I'm done with this witchcraft stuff, because I had a dream. I was like in the 1600s, 1700s, around that time when witchcraft was like running rampant, but they was also in persecution. And they had the robes and everything was like the straws and the everything like a Key Camelot and everything like that. And it's crazy because I was watching Merlin, and I was just like getting the messages, because even movies can also be a form of spiritual attack. The different movies that we watch, whatever's being projected on the screen, when they doing those acts and everything like that, that can be a ritual in of itself. And then you watching it, even like the television shows and anything with entertainment, you watching it can also be you participating or in agreement with that ritual that's being done. So I was getting back, I'm like, after everything, all the attacks and everything, I still was like, you know what, I still have my power. I'm still here on earth, so maybe I can still use my magic or build a business and use it for good and to help people and certain things like that. And I was watching Merlin because I really liked that show, and I was resonating with being a high sorcerer and everything like that. So I'm like just watching it, and I'm just enjoying it, and I'm getting the messages of how corrupt magic can get, and how dark it could really get, but how also keeping yourself and doing it for good can be good. So it kept me on that borderline between good and evil. And I had a dream that I was in that type of setting, like kind of like in Camelot, and I was on some straw and everything, and I was just like jumping. And whenever you're jumping in a dream, it's like you're making a decision. So I was jumping, and I was around all these different people from like the 1600s and whatever, and I was like somebody came to me and they was calling my name, and I was like in hiding, because whenever you were doing those things back in the past, we were actually like hidden, so we won't be persecuted, or we wouldn't be burned by the fire, because they was just burning them up back then. So I was like in hidden. So I was acting like I wasn't who I was, but they kept asking like, where's Nysa? I'm here to speak to her and everything like that. So I took off my cloak of invisibility. I took off my cloak of invisibility. He was like, I'm right here. It's me. And I was like, okay, well, you've been gifted life. Okay, you've been gifted a second chance, and now you have to make a decision. And I started getting visions on in witch robes and stuff like that. It was like my decision was if I was going to continue doing witchcraft and continue to participate in certain acts and things in the occult realm and everything like that, or if I was going to step into my power and fulfill my destiny, fulfill my purpose, and involvement with children, as in teaching them and giving birth to them and things like that. And so I had woke up and I was just like crying. I was bawling, crying, because I was like, damn, after everything that I've been through, as how further I have gotten away from God, as I even cursed God and was like, maybe, God is not for me. I'm just, by myself and a lot of things like this, or I've done so much things, and I even was just laying with different demons and summoning different evil spirits and stuff like that, doing different spells and rituals, even though I was doing that stuff and I was doing it in the thinking I was doing something good. Like I just wanted to live a nice life, or I just wanted to manifest certain things in my reality, or I wanted to show or test my power and the limit that and how far I could get within it. After doing all that stuff, God was still with me. He was still giving me second chances. He was still giving me different warnings on, like, what you've been gifted. All these things, everything is already promised. You just need to claim it. You just need to stand in your truth. You need to stand in your power. You need to start helping people, and then you'll be able to see the fruits of your labor. You'll be able to enjoy the certain things that was gifted upon you. But you're the one that got to make the decision at the end of the day if you're going to choose left or choose right. You got to be able to put in the initiative and not allow yourself to be blinded by things that go on in this world and things that's going on in your life and things that happened in the past. You got to just continue to move forward and know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and know that you are protected, and you put yourself in certain positions to where you're unprotected when you go into different realms, different doors, different things that are not for you, and that has been they've been protected from you this whole life, holding you back from your lower self, holding you back from the most your shadow self and everything like that. So those were the spiritual attacks that I could think of that really that we may not pay attention to, or we may not focus on, that really tries to get us off our path, to try to confuse us and things like that. False prophets is one of them. If they're coming around you and they're asking you for certain knowledge and information, and you give them the answer, but they want to continue to come back and tell you different things, or ask you certain things, and that's when he's like, okay, it's kind of getting out of hand. At this point, you're either playing on my emotions, or you're either trying to steal my energy. So and then you're following certain prophets who are telling you they have the information, or they have this spiritual knowledge. However, you don't know if they're getting it from angels, or they don't know when you get it from demons. You can get your light codes and your downloads from one of them. So there's that, and then you're following them, whatever they're going, whatever they're doing, whatever they have involvement, you're attaching yourself to that energy, you're attaching yourself to that frequency. So you might have to go through certain battles as well, because that's what they were doing. And so it's that, and different locations. Sometimes we walk into places we don't even know. I used to get different tingling on my feet, and I was like, why was I getting tinglings on my feet and like sharp pains and everything? Is because I was walking into places that I had no business walking into. And then when you have certain animals around you, I thought the animals with spirits was with us. However, sometimes they can be possessed by certain energies as well and take forms and curse you in that way. Animals and different dogs barking at you and stuff like that. Dogs barking at you. Even cats, they can see the unseen, and they can try to protect you spiritually with their eyes and see what's going on around you and cleanse your aura. Dogs barking at you could be something wrong, or they could be sensing some type of negative attachment that you have attached yourself with the crows. Most definitely they have given psychic ability, but they also show that there's psychic vampires around you. So there's energy vampires and psychic vampires that try to attach to your energy, that try to affect you and steal from what is truly yours. And sometimes the birds can be messengers, and light loving birds. Like I've been seeing this red robin, and I'm gonna have to look that up also, what a red robin means exactly, because since I started my journey on just repenting and following my own path, not doing any type of extracurricular things and magic, not taking it a little too far. I've been seeing red robins, I've been seeing rainbows and butterflies also. And butterflies was sent to me for transformation that I'm going through. Butterflies was showing a new start and balancing and all that stuff. And then what else was it? The red robin, I'm gonna have to look that one up. But yeah, those are the things that really are spiritual attacks that we do not know of, and certain things that try to pull our energy and pull on our mentality and get us a little out of the favor of God, or out of our own protection and our own balance and our own peace. So I hope that this video helped you in all way. I'm sending you love, prosperity, abundance, freedom, and joy. Peace.